Well, for me, poetry is the music of being human, the place where language becomes its most intense, becomes its most inventive. I think one of the key ambitions of the writing school is to discover and nourish new writers, to work with them in traditional MA classroom situations, but also perhaps to take them out of the university into the city.
I think the writing school has really taken advantage of the opportunities that are afforded by having the Royal Exchange, the international festival, and it's given poets, writers a public platform to make those connections with the whole of society.
I think the writing school helped me to find out who I was as a writer. The teaching in particular was something different from anything I'd experienced before. It wasn't prescriptive. It didn't say, this is what we want to churn out at the end of it. It said, we're here to facilitate your journey, each and every one of you.
I think that everybody who sits down to write and has to get into a discipline with writing, their biggest obstacle is themselves and having to overcome their doubts and their own insecurities. The Manchester Writing School is wonderful because every single writer there has been through that process or is going through that process. And that sense of community is a massive help over that hurdle.
The Manchester Children's Book Festival is all about giving children the opportunity to get excited and passionate about reading, about exploring books, about being creative themselves, and it's just brilliant. I hope it goes on for a long time to come.
So with Mother Tongue, Other Tongue, what I wanted to do was find a way of encouraging children to write not only in English, but also in their mother tongues, in other languages, or perhaps try another language.
I think it's great. I think the students feel so proud of their language that they're brought up with, and that it's never really been celebrated before, so they get that opportunity to celebrate that language and feel proud that they actually speak another language, and they can actually be quite creative, and that they can go a lot further than they thought they could, so it's given them a lot of confidence.
Manchester has become a UNESCO City of Literature. It would never have achieved that status without Manchester Met, without the writing school, without Carol Ann Duffy. Together, they've given Manchester an international reputation, and it is an exemplar for the way in which literature and writing can play a part in the life of a city.
It is all about the future. And the great kind of jewel in the crown, of course, will be the Poetry Library, which is opening in 2020. And I think that will be a testament in stone for readers, academics and ordinary people to see exactly what we're about. We put a poetry library into the city for everyone to use. We live in very strange times in terms of language. We have the babble and the hissing of social media, and within that there has to be a space for language at its best. So trying to carve out a space here in the writing school between what we do and the city, where we nurture new writers and also develop new readers, I think is a sacred and wonderful duty to do.